Oh my gosh, they did it. Power Rangers so stupid. You just did it again. Oh my gosh, you're so stupid. You bring lessons, but it turned into that slow create. Alright, I had to do it off the fly. I had a better one, but whatever. So, let me just take a note. Yeah, I'm like a young adult or some whatever. Screw titles. I am not a parent. And because I'm not a parent, I didn't know that they did a messed up mistake in the last episode of Super Ninja Steel, aka Ninja Steel episode 30. Alright, here we go with what they've done. For those who watched it, you can kind of understand it. For those who didn't watch it, here's a little recap. So, the bad guy. The bad guy, the freaking Galactic Ninja, something about Rydor or Rydor or something. Anyways, that guy, he actually used Jax as a weapon. Now, again, I am not a parent. I did not have the intuition or the skills of actually connecting the dots. But it turns to freak out that kids these days don't know what Jax are, right? But you kind of, if kids don't know what Jax are, they have to make a definition for themselves. And you know how it is. It's like if you have a definition, usually it comes with what understanding you can get from in context. It means that for kids, they don't know what jacks are, and who knows if the Japanese kids know what jacks are. But anyways, the American kids do not know what jacks are. So basically, looking at freaking bad guy using jacks, they come to this conclusion: they're weapons. Damn. So you're telling me your lesson of the day, which is kind of poorly done. It was kind of alright, but on the other hand, it kind of makes you say, what the freak is wrong with the principal? I still like the principal, even though this episode 2 makes the principal, yeah, like some way of delivery. That one line delivery she did in this episode made her a little bit less attractive. Still, though, really messed up where she was like, oh, I have an heirloom pocket watch, heirloom compass. Oh, well, you didn't steal the compass, and I think you need to be rewarded for actually sticking to your guns and telling the truth. I think what you really want to say is that he told the truth, he stuck with his truth that he knew was real, and he gets accomplishment because he's rewarded back free camping he got taken away from. That's all he needed. And the fact of how he can get some self-esteem. That's it. But you gave him the pocket, or gave him the freaking compass, and again, that's your supposed to be your heirloom, right? So that's pretty what the fuck. But again, we're going back to the main thing that we're talking about here. It's the fact of jacks are used as a weapon, and you don't even want to put context to make sure that kids don't think jacks are weapons. Now, here's a little history lesson for those who don't know what jacks are. Jacks are basically these little toys. Let me try to figure out what they have today. I can't say marbles, but yeah, technically I would have to say it was the competitor to marbles, which marbles were used in a marble game, which, man, freaking damn, man. It's like, at least you have Beyblade, who took kind of the strange successor to marbles, along with Bakugan was the strange successor too. I don't know. But Jax, on the other hand, was just a thing that you play. It's kind of like exactly what's happening nowadays where you have electronic bouncy ball and you're trying to make it to 100. Same exact deal. You have a rubber ball and I think it was 9 jacks. And basically what you're supposed to do is bounce the ball, see how many jacks you can get before the ball bounces back, bounces down on the ground again. And as soon as it bounces again, you get another chance to actually get as many you can. So basically, the object of the game is to bounce the ball, grab all the freaking jacks, which that's what they're called, and there you go. I mean, I guess it's a good game, but the sad part is, I think in the 80s on up, when they were first created, they were actually made of actual metal. Means that, yeah, if you stepped on one, oh, damn. Oh, son of a big. Oh, it's bad. It's worse. It's worse than stepping on Legos. It's worse. But in the 90s, I remember they actually ripped plastic, and that's what I got. I still have the Reball. I think I have like one or two Jacks around because, well, I wasn't that organized as a kid, so I don't know where the Jacks are. I bet they're all gone, and I just have the Reball. But yeah, so that's basically what Jacks are. Thanks to no context, no idea of let's make a PSA because we love lessons of the day. Why don't we add a PSA to this? And it's like that's the great idea. Instead of lessons of the day, just make PSAs, man. I think it's pretty easy to do. All you gotta do is just take one of the freaking actors, one of the Rangers who actually has centered this day or centered in the episode, and they're like, hey, glad you guys are watching Power Rangers, but we gotta tell you some truth. It's like something like that. So basically, in this episode, if this is how it would go down, PSA would basically be Bodhi's actor saying, "Hey, we had some fun today," and no, they wouldn't say we had some fun today. It's like, "Hey guys, we're really in a pickle. But what we gotta really talk about more is what these things are. These things are called jacks, and they're not weapons; they're toys. So remember that. Don't try to use these." As weapons and such and such. It's like something like that. And it's kind of funny too, considering the freaking power stars. They made sure that those aren't very, very sharp or can actually hurt people. Yeah, so they make sure of that. But then here you are with the idea of saying, hey, let's do jacks. And kids don't know really what the name of them are. They know what they look like. And they know that they supposedly explode. So pretty sure they actually would just think it's something that they can throw at people. Oh, good job on you. Good job on you, Savants. You copyright my videos, but you don't actually try to make sure that kids don't actually find jacks in the freaking wild, be it in yard sales, garage sales, thrift stores, or whatever, and most likely use them the same way you do. Because they do intimidate, my gosh. They do imitate what they see on TV. So good news is that jacks aren't being sold anywhere in stores. Nowhere at all. That's the good thumbs up. But ones that were created beforehand, kids can get their hands on it if by some randomness they're in these places that I mentioned. Oh yeah, good job for you, Zabons. You want money from me, or basically money from people who are watching my videos, but you don't actually make sure that kids later on will actually not use those jacks as weapons to throw at people. Of course, I did talk about the fact of with a person who is a parent. In Home Alone, they use micro machines, they use marbles in Home Alone 2, and those aren't considered weapons. But on the other hand, yeah, it's kind of horrible where it's like, oh, frick, yeah, but the kids might actually think of doing that too. Oh, thank you for watching, folks. And damn, the good news is I really hope that this is just a small stone that they swallowed and nothing's going to come of it. On the other hand, pretty sure they just did something messed up in the dictionary. It's kind of like someone telling a kid a cuss word and telling the kid that, oh, it means thank you in Japanese. Like F you is thank you in Japanese. It's like, yeah, you see how messed up this is? It's like, yeah, you guys need to really make sure in context. Yeah, it's really messed up. It's like, damn, the PSAs need to come back. It's like, if we're going to do lessons a day, you might as well just split those off, make a PSA for that freaking damn TV episode too, and hopefully you have Nickelodeon who'll be like, oh, sure, yeah, it's a good idea for us to do that too. It's like, yeah, so give them a moment where it's like, yeah, they could actually do a PSA because that's what happened way back in the day is Power Rangers had PSAs. And thanks to Disney, they ended it in Mystic Force. Middle finger to them. Good job, Disney. Good job.